Escape from Tarkov is a multiplayer, tactical first-person shooter video game in development by Battlestate Games. The game is set in the fictional Norversk region, where a war is taking place between two private military companies. It's also a hardcore, realistic, online first-person action RPG simulator with MMO features and a story-driven walkthrough. And right now is going to be the best time for you to try it out. Now, why do I say that this is the best time for new players to come in and try out the super realistic, hardcore extraction shooter that is Tarkov? Well, I came up with 5 reasons as to why I really think that if you were to get in right now and test, learn, and understand Tarkov, that it's going to be the best time for you. And we're going to go ahead and jump into reason number 1 now. The first reason, the wipe is going to be coming soon. Now, for a lot of people, that doesn't necessarily seem like a good thing, but let me explain to you why this is going to be the best. This gives you the chance to learn the main mechanics of Tarkov. Let's jump in with one of the first ones, which is healing. In Tarkov, there is a ton of different ways to actually learn or actually heal your character. This begins with something as simple as like the AI2 med kit, which has just basic healing but heals you the fastest. It also has things like the IFAK and the AFAK, which can also heal light bleeds and heavy bleeds. There's items to just heal that bleeding in particular, such as bandages for light bleeds or specific injections to heal all of your heavy bleeds. Now, on top of that, there's also blacked out limbs that need to be fixed by things like CMS kits or Serve 12 kits, and it can be really overwhelming if you're taking that on at the start of a wipe. This gives you a perfect opportunity to begin to learn how those all work without having to worry about, on top of that, doing all of your quests, doing everything else down that line as well. Core mechanic number 2 is aiming, and while it's very similar to a lot of other FPS type shooters that you've played, there's also the idea of making sure that you're aiming for the head. And on top of that, thinking about what ammo that you're using, how you're going to pen armor that raid, if you're going to have to hit for the head, or if shooting legs is going to be your best option. So learning how all of that works is going to start right now. If you pick it up here at the end, it gives you a great opportunity again to learn all of that in one without having to worry about everything else that's going to be taking place as well. Number 3 is a movement. Bundled in with that is learning the maps and everything as well, but also learning how to reposition, when to crouch, when to walk, when to sprint, and how all of those are going to affect your noise level within Tarkov. At the start of a wipe, this is another thing that I wouldn't want to necessarily learn, while I'm also trying to get some of those important beginning tasks out of the way from the traders. And core mechanic number 4, which really ties into point number 2, is gear. Let's jump into point number 2 now and talk a little bit about gear. So the second point that I have is going to be characters and people and everything are going to worry less about their gear. Within Tarkov, there's thousands of different items and everything that you are going to, as a new player, have to begin to understand. Which items sell for the most, which items sell for the least, which ones you need for your hideout, the types of armor, the types of guns, what ammo, all that kind of stuff kind of bundles into gear. And one of the main things that people worry about in Tarkov is this phenomenon called gear fear. Basically, I don't want to use my best stuff because I don't want to lose it if I die. Now, with it being the end of the wipe, everything's going to get wiped soon anyway, probably within the next 2 weeks even, I would say. And so, as a new player, you don't really have to worry about your best gear because it's going to be gone. On top of that, old players, the people that have been playing this wipe consistently like myself, also aren't as stressed about our gear. And you might look at this as that means a bunch of people are running the best gear possible, which yes, they are, but that also means that you can get to test out some of that best gear possible, which is really fun. If you kill a PMC that has an MK47 or RD704, that's a new gun for you to be able to try out, test out, and see if you enjoy. On top of that, you can also take a little bit more time thinking about what items might sell for the most and learning that as you go, rather than feel as if you really need to stress in these areas that a bunch of people are going to be going to. I really look at this as an advantage for new players compared to some of the older players, as these are things that you haven't seen. For example, if you kill somebody with an RD704 that's fully modded out to the meta, you now know what that meta looks like and how to build a meta gun when the new wipe comes around and you start collecting some of that higher tier gear. And a lot of this is also going to tie into point number 3, which is when you have some of this gear, find some of this gear, or have lower level gear, you're going to have less competition on your quests. Now let's go ahead, jump in, and talk about what that's going to look like for you with point number 3. Point number 3 is the quests within Tarkov. Now, Tarkov has a lot of early game quests like finding the golden pocket watch in customs, or doing some of the more standard things like the first quest from Prepper is just eliminate 5 scabs within Tarkov, and you get 2 shotguns from it. That's the mission called Debut. Now, what a lot of this is going to do is normally, if you were to go to Woods and try to unlock Jaeger at the start of a wipe, everybody is going to do that. But with everyone already having most of these quests done, it means you can pretty much walk up to a brand new area where you have to complete a quest, and you don't have to worry about it as much because most people are going to be in really high loot areas like dorms or at the rogue camp and lighthouse. This gives you an opportunity to learn where these early game quests are, so when the new wipe does roll around, you can really get off the ground running, make it super easy for you. On top of all of these quests, I know there's kind of a learning curve to it. In the description of this video is a link to the Tarkov wiki. This is the end-all be-all of information and guides for Tarkov, and it's really going to help you get your feet wet as a new player, trying to figure out where you need to go and when you need to be there, at what level, and how to complete these quests that may seem daunting at first because you don't know where you're going. They also have maps for every single map in the game, so that way you don't need to worry about learning them on your own. You can kind of use them to start that navigational journey as you go. And on top of that, learning these quests and having this information, there's also players who might be able to help you out. And this leads into point number 4 that I have. So let's go ahead, let's talk about why people are going to be more likely to VoIP in Tarkov right now than any other time. As I mentioned, people are going to be more likely to VoIP in Tarkov right now. And a lot of that is going to be attributed to point number 2, which is there's less worry about gear fear. People don't really care if they lose something that they're bringing in because the wipe is coming. This means as a new player, you might be able to make some friends who are willing to help you out. They might show you where you need to go for a quest. They might give you ideas of where to find really good loot. But on top of that, this gives you the opportunity maybe to meet some people that you are already playing. This gives you the opportunity to meet some players that are now playing Tarkov, that have known Tarkov for a lot longer than you have, to give you a leg up in the new wipe. So these people that you add as friends maybe after the raid are going to be able to give you a guide from their perspective on how you get to each new location, how to complete quests in the best possible way. This is a huge leg up. When I started playing Tarkov, I had a friend of mine who showed me around, got me through quests, all that kind of stuff. And this lets you have that same ability by maybe meeting players that can be new friends and really show you around. To show the power of VoIP, I really want to show you this clip from a recent game that I had where I actually ended up getting shot at and then eventually making a friend out of it. So it works out really well in times like that, where instead of going for a fight, you might actually meet someone that's pretty cool. Hey, 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 whoa, hey, whoa, 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 wait, 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 I need your help, I need your help, I need your help. Like, actually, hold on, don't kill me. Can we VoIP this out? Yo.
Wait, are you talking to me?
Yeah, you, the guy that just shot me. I need your help.
Did I hit you in the head?
No, you hit me in the stomach. Now I need your help with something.
What do you need help? Were you just running on the road?
No, I am not. I was not. I came from, like, the cliff, you know what I mean? Like the sniper cliff, where you can overlook.
Are you a PMC or?
Yeah, I'm a PMC.
You want to extract?
I don't, well... Hold on, I'm coming toward you. I don't want to get killed by that scav. Yo, what's up, dude? Yeah, we can extract together. I just need you to pretend to VoIP with me for a second here.
Okay.
What's going on, dude?
I don't have anything.
I don't care. Like, what's up, man? How you doing today?
What's up, dude?
I
It
appreciate
was
it.
just a guy running on the road, and I was shooting at him, but I hit him like 10 times with PS, but this ammo sucked, so I didn't know if that was you or not, but he just kept running.
No, it wasn't me. But, yo, this is actually this is a perfect clip for what I'm talking about, though. I'm making a YouTube video, and I'm talking about how, like, people will VoIP with you, and it could lead to friendships, and this is perfect, because now we're talking.
Yeah, dude, I actually love VoIP. At first, I was like, oh, it's going to take away from some of, like, the scariness of Tarkov, but honestly, like, scav runs are mad fun now. You can, like, actually do cool things, extract with a PMC, so yeah.
Exactly. Speaking of extracting with a PMC, would you like to leave, or do you have looting to do?
I'm down to go. I'm pretty hungry myself, IRL, so I'm down to head over to extract.
Dope. Let's do it together, homie.
Hell yeah.
So how did your wipe go with wipe right around the corner?
So I actually just started playing again like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, no way. That's
Yep.
dope, dude.
So I haven't played a ton, but I'm like level 20 now, so I got to flee and stuff, which was fun. I think it was like a little bit easier than usual though, because everyone was already leveled up, so like it was easy to do a lot of the quests.
Nice, man. You know, what is like, if you could give someone advice, right, on picking up the game and playing Tarkov for the first time, what's a piece of advice that you would give them, dude?
I would say like definitely learn the maps, whether you do it offline or watch guides. Like think just knowing where to go, like, and having a goal as well, like every raid. So like that kind of goes hand in hand. Like if you know the map and you have a goal, that really helps. Because like when I started, I ran in, I had no idea where.
Yeah, absolutely. He's dead. What I really like about this clip in particular is that it shows not only one, that this guy is willing to chat with me and all that kind of stuff after fighting with me, but two, it really goes to show that if you ask for help, you'll see I ask him for some advice. And sure, I've played Tarkov before, but if you guys go and do that same type of scenario where you talk with someone, there's a really good chance instead that you can meet a friend who will give you some advice on how to play the game. Point number 5 is the wipe changes. Now, every new wipe brings in new changes to Tarkov, and what this means for you as a new player is you don't need to worry about the intricacies of every single mechanic. You can worry about the core stuff, what item heals what, how to heal, how to aim, learn the maps, really kind of understand how gear works in Tarkov as a whole, rather than looking at it as, okay, well, the RD-704 fires this much faster, but shoots this ammo, and if I compare it to X-Gun, it doesn't matter. This gives you the opportunity to really begin to see if this game is something that you can see yourself playing long-term, rather than having to focus on, is this a game that rather than focusing on if rather than focusing on every small little detail within the game. I look at this as a huge advantage because you don't have to worry all the way along the way of basically min-maxing your character like in other games. You can really just kind of start to understand how the game as a whole will function and if this is something that you will enjoy. And those are the 5 reasons that I really think that Tarkov as a whole right now is the best for new players. It's going to give you the opportunity to really understand the mechanics of Tarkov. You're not going to have to worry about the gear fear as much. The early game quests are going to be super achievable for a new player. You're going to be able to potentially make some friends with more people being willing to VoIP with you. And finally, you don't have to worry about every minute detail because things will be changing in the next patch. So it really just makes sure that you guys have that opportunity to enjoy the game, understand it, and begin to see if this is something that you could see yourself playing. So, all in all, if you were thinking about potentially getting Tarkov, something that you might want, maybe thinking of it as a holiday treat for you, then I would just say jump in. It's going to be a great chance to understand the game before everyone is doing all those early game quests and have an advantage because they know how the game works without you trying to catch up. This gives you a chance to understand before all of that happens. If you guys enjoyed this, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Also on the end screen, there is a link to a Valorant playlist as well as some other videos, so I look forward to seeing you guys there, and I'll talk to you later.